So I've worked with a lot of reclaimed wood over the years, but never anything quite as rough. This one was found in the woods, probably been sitting there for quite some time. Got weeds growing in it. The wood itself is extremely rough. It's a little unstable here and there, but nothing I don't think that we can't salvage. On this end you can see it was broken off, so we'll have to cut and shape that to make it blend in as best we can. One of my favorite things about working with reclaimed wood is that it doesn't need to be perfect. You want it to look professional, of course, but you have to work with the dimensions that the piece is giving you. Obviously you don't want to run it through a planer and get it perfectly dimensional, otherwise you're going to lose a lot of the cool look of the old wood. So what I'm going to do first is attempt to get a straight cut with the handsaw. Now that I've got a good line set up here, I want to take off the square. That way I'm not nicking it with my saw blade. It's going to mess up my square, it's going to dull out my blade. I've already got a good straight reference to go off from here. So it took me about 10 minutes to do by hand. Probably would have only taken me about 10 seconds with the chainsaw. But two benefits to doing it by hand. First, we have a much smoother surface to work with now. And it also gave me the chance to feel how dense the wood is and if it's really going to be strong enough to use as a bench. After cutting through it, I can definitely say that it is. Even though there is a lot of rot, we're going to do a lot to stabilize that and make sure. The next step today is going to be to sand. In my experience, I've done a lot with angle grinders. They're not just for metal, they're extremely diverse tools. And then today what I'm going to use is just a regular flap sanding disc for angle grinder. I believe this is 4.5 inches. These are pretty cheap on Amazon. You can buy a 10-pack for only 20 bucks. They last for a long time. Another option would be these Carbide discs. I'll leave a link in the description below on where you can find these. This is a little bit too aggressive for what I want to do today. Whenever you're using reclaimed wood, you want to make sure that you're not using anything too aggressive. If you dig into it too deep, you're going to get rid of that cool patina that we want to preserve in an old piece. Another option is the Carbide Turbo Plane. Now these are a bit pricey, but this will remove a lot of material very quickly. It's a lot of fun for working with live edge pieces. I cut down a lot of my pieces with a chainsaw, and this will get rid of the grooves really quickly. Another piece which has some purposes, but I don't highly recommend, is a chainsaw attachment for the angle grinder. It's a lot of fun you go too slow, it's gonna dig in and you're gonna get rid of that patina. All you really want to do is get rid of this really rough stuff and just get it nice and smooth. This is why you want to wear protection from the dust. I swept the floor just before I started.
2 quick recommendations for sandpaper. First would be to look on Amazon. You can look up reviews to see how the quality of the paper is, and you can usually find it for a lot cheaper than the big box stores. My second tip is to just use more sandpaper. This is something I've learned from Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He talks about how he sees all the time people trying to use sandpaper until it's bare to save money, but the time you end up wasting is far more valuable. I'm sure you guys can tell already by the name of my channel, but I love using hand planes. They're so satisfying to use. I'll be making another video in the near future on how to sharpen, how to use it, even how to find one at an antique store and restore it, so stay tuned.